Okay, so we should keep you safe because you're clearly in danger.
Yeah, I'm I'm sorry that you had to protect me.
It's okay. We have to protect everybody. I sound like a child.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. Do not worry.
Come here, Yin.
Poppy takes you over to somewhere.
Here. Lay here. Look, we know what you've been through and what you are going through is hard. So we're trying to help you at any cost. Player comes over.
Yeah, and besides, even then,
we would still help you because we can tell that you're a good person.
So don't worry, you're safe with us. You hear the scratching, and then you see is that a mini doctor? Delia walks over to the little machine before asking, what is it doing here? It plays a video. More like it was just speaking. Look, I don't like you, and you don't like me. But if you simply give me Yin, I won't come after you for months and weeks. How about that? You looked at him. And then you looked at Dowie. Dowie, don't, please. You were scared. You didn't know what Dr. Sawyer was gonna do once he had you back in his control. But Dowie couldn't take a risk. I have to protect everybody. I'm sorry. I have to give you up. He says he'll leave us alone, meaning we can get to the food. We can get food and stuff for them. So I have to. Dowie says. He rubs against your arm. A little dough. What was that? I don't know what's going down. I don't know what's going on downstairs, so yeah. He picks you up and just throws you outside, where a bunch of the doctor's robots are waiting. All you see are a bunch of them, before one of them grabs you, and the other one grabs your arm, and they just drag you to Dr. Sawyer. You can see Poppy, Player, and Dowie all looking at you, waving goodbye before saying, but not before saying, but Poppy ends up mouthing something. We're gonna come back to help you. But she never came back. You were still with Sawyer. It's been weeks, days, months. Were you still with Sawyer? And what happened to you? Sawyer didn't want to hurt you. So, he left you in solitude, all by yourself. Your mind was broken. You were broken. You sat there in solitude. When only you heard the doctor's voice. You responded with a signaling that you heard the doctor. The doctor looked at you before saying, "Have you finally been broken?" You looked at the screen before clicking again. signaling that you broke. Good. That's great. Now I have 2 perfect play toys, he says before he opens the cell. You walk out. Yandere is next to the cell. He looks at you and then opens his mouth. You just throw him a piece of meat and then grab something. You grabbed, it looked like a piece of his fur. Wait, no, not a piece of his fur, a piece of his yarn. You didn't know what to do with it, but you did throw it, and it triggered a trap. Yandere was confused. You were too. Until the doctor guided you and Yandere to him. Finally, you were face to machine with the doctor. And the doctor looked at you before simply saying, "Good, you followed me here. Well, you followed my orders. Good, so you truly are broken." You stood next to the doctor as he scanned your body for any broken parts or I'm so sorry. Or any little loose ends. You were perfect. And no one could stop the doctor from taking this perfect being and completely wrecking it. You were forced to stay with the doctor for you don't know how long. Yandere would go out, but you would stay in, talking to the doctor, using clicks and actual speech. You only used clicks when you didn't want to say anything to the doctor. Now, the doctor knew you still had some rebellion, because you were still using clicks. So he decided to get all that rebellion out by showing you the real world. He took you down to the nightmare critters and showed you what they do. They fought each other, and one of them was killed. You were too scared to even go down any further because you were scared that they would attack you. So you pulled back, hugging onto the doctor's mechanical arm, and stayed close to him. Finally, he had you all to himself. You would never run away from the doctor now that you've seen the actual world. And that is it. Okay, bye-bye. I'm done. I'm gonna go cry in the corner. Bye.